alpaca. It's just growing in a small crack in the wall. I mean, I don't normally go up steps like this, but wow. I'm just doing 5 minutes. New growth and creative beige, and I'm Matt, and today I'm actually heading to the Blue Mountains, and there is something I'm going to go look for. It's a plant, a very old conifer. So I'm just checking out a lookout, but seeing where I have to go. So we have to head down some stairs, some pretty steep stairs, so I'm just gonna have to go over there. I'll show you the footage on where I actually have to go, but we'll start looking at plants once the path gets less busy, because there's a lot of people here and I don't want to be stopping and being interrupted. So it's nice to be uninterrupted, but sometimes when you just want to be looking at stuff, it's just a good thing to do. Anyway, I'm gonna go up the stairs and we'll head on over to the falls and head on down. Scrub is actually mostly melaleucas, eucalyptus, and majority of Banksias, waratahs, and stuff from Proteaceae family. So you get a lot of canopy here along the cliff faces. So this is very low, well, no soil at all really. They grow on these sandstone shelves, so they have to rely on very thin soils. So they need to be able to cling to all these rocky areas, and you can see all these bryophytes on the walls, like all the ferns and stuff. We'll start seeing them as we go down, all these ferns that like a wet wall or anything like that. So there's a bit of the view. Anyway, yeah, a bit of she oaks. There's some that is a casuarina or aloe casuarina. I'm not exactly sure. It's not flowering, but I think it's casuarina species as well. So get a lot of mix up here, but yeah, as we go down, we'll start seeing things that are more rainforesty rather than dry sandstone stuff. So yeah, I'm just walking along and I've found a Palasalis, and one's just about to flower. Not exactly sure on what species it is, but it's on the cusp of flowering there. So it could be Newton's. Newton's is a very common species, just growing on the base of this Melaleuca here. And there's some more here, little clusters of leaves. That's what sort of shot out to me, all these low leaves. Yeah, that one's there, that's got flower as well. But it'd be interesting to see if there's another one has fully formed flower. It could be Newton's, but might be wrong. This is information. Dwarf mountain pine. So this is actually what we're looking for. It does actually grow in the areas of the drip line or the wet areas of the waterfalls. And apparently only 750 survive in the wild. So just like the Walnut pine, just not many of them. And it has been around for 2,000 million years old. It's 200 million years old, so that's really interesting. So hopefully we can go and see that. So anyway, so there's the falls there. So what you have to do is go across the falls on the top, and there's actually a path down there where those people are, and you have to go down there and also somehow get down there. So it's going to be a bit of a climb down there. So this is the very top of the falls. So that's where it basically drops off. So you can see there's all these ferns and other species clinging onto the rocks. This is usually where you'd find the pine, but usually it's lower down. So you've got all these species of ferns. As we go down, we're going to have a look at these species individually. There's some cool species around. Really good example of all these fern covered rock walls where all the moisture goes down, and I think I found the conifer. I'm not sure. It does look like a conifer. It does have really prickly leaves. I'm not sure. There's just here at a packless over here. Sorry, not sure on the species, but there's one back there that had the petals that were curled back, but this one seems to be not as curled, so it might be a different species. Really tight little small leaves on it, really, and then on the ends you get the flowers come through. These are pink, little 5 petals, tubular. Really nice plant, just growing on the rock wall here. I saw this Drosera. It's a small Drosera. It's called Drosera Banana? Binana? Means it has binnate little modified leaves on it. So there's just a few of them coming up on this very small bit of soil. So that's just another little thing. Obviously a carnivorous plant. It has sticky leaves on it where it attaches the insects on, so that's how they catch their prey. So here are the steps going down. It's getting a bit more dicier, but here's another alpaca. It's just growing in a small crack in the wall, flowering again, loving life, has the trumpet-like flowers. I don't know what species, I'll put it up. Has really nice reddy tips on it, on the terminals there, but just crazy. Look, there's something else, I don't know, maybe metacic or something growing on the rock shelf. Just crazy. And then you've got a Banksia just growing there like a bonsai, still upright, going that way, and then growing up. So like it's been doing it for thousands of years, where they've evolved to just be able to adapt to these low, pretty much no nutrients whatsoever, and just sandstone and a little bit of just some of this sediment that's like trapped between the rocks. You got a king fern there. King ferns are quite common in here in the Blue Mountains. They almost get as big as I would say the tree ferns, but not as. But they do get quite big, just growing up there in the crevice, and the grass just growing there. on a rock. Crazy. Glendentia, I think I pronounced it right, I'm not sure. But you can tell by the spores underneath the leaves, if you can find one, the arrangement of the spores usually tells you which species it is. These don't have that, but these are generally got spores or sporangia underneath them. When I was just looking, I saw there's a sundew right up growing on the rock there. I don't know what Drossel species it is, but I'll definitely find out for you. So yeah, it occurs a lot around here in these like seeps off the sandstone, and yeah, like I think I got gum on me. Todia genus. As I said before, not as big as the Cyathea or the Dixonia, but it's fairly big. You can tell it's got small little serrations on the leaves there, on the fronds, but a nice fern. Very common around this area, so you're gonna see it a lot down here in the rainforest region of the sandstone. Base of the almost the base of the falls, and then we got Blackthumb nudum, very common species. No Blackthumb. Yeah, Blackthumb. Belderii. Just growing on the rocks here. A true epiphyte, a true lithophyte, if you would say, if it was growing on a rock, so which it is. So it looks like they're very lithophytic. And I'm getting the spray down from the waterfall. So this area gets constant moisture from the waterfall and maintains all the humidity here for all the ferns and all the other moist loving plants. So yeah, fern down there as well. I think that's what it's called, but I'll put the name up on there. It's got the pink leaf that comes out. Ferns, very common. We've got some Blackthumb as well here, down here. And some other fern species I can't really identify because it's too far away. There you go, guys, there's the spray that's coming off that, and that's where the conifer loves to grow, down here. It's actually, camera's getting a bit wet. We have some Solangiana, which is growing down here as well. They love moist conditions. I like to use them in terrariums actually. You can buy them from nurseries and stuff, and they sell them as terrarium plants, but it's getting a bit wet down here. Standing here, but yeah, look at that. That's awesome. I'm just going over here away from people. I'm just gonna leave my bag there. I'm just gonna check out some of these areas where there's where these drip lines are, because I'm actually hoping, oh, there's the bird. I'm actually hoping I can find. So you've got little ferns, all the moss just covered. Got stump. Got the king fern again, and something looks like iris. Looks like iris family growing on the rocks here. Not sure if that's native or not. Oh, here we go. Some sort of flower head, amble. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but it seems to be everywhere here, along here. Yeah, so we're here. I don't know if you can hear me, but this is it. I haven't seen any of the pine yet, so they could be further up on the rock ledges here, if you can hear me. But most likely they're probably up further. If we don't find it, I'll put a picture up and you'll know how to see it. You'll then see it, so then like we then get to see it in its habitat on a photo. But we get to see its habitat here now, so it's like you may not see the plant, but it is endangered, and you know it needs to be protected as well. So I'm probably lucky I can't get to the plant, because that means other people who want to maybe steal or take the plant will do that. So we'll keep looking. The other trail is closed, so I can't get further down the waterfall to check it out. But anyway, this is the environment it lives in these wet conditions, and it's been here for 200 million years, I think. 200 million years, like the Walmart pine. So yeah. Anyway, even if I didn't find it, I had a really good day. We saw some cool plants and stuff like that. So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. But yeah, we'll definitely keep looking. But yeah. Anyway. Well, I'm having a little bit of a break down here. Pretty much lunchtime. Yeah, as I was saying before, I don't know if the sound depends if I use that clip or not, but I'm glad I didn't find it in a way, because if I do find it, then it's going to be easy for other people to find it too. And some people take things out of national parks, and that's not what we want with national parks. We want to keep our plants intact, leave it as it is. Unless you have a license and it's outside a national park, you have a special license to collect seed or plant material, then that's the only way you can collect plant material. So yeah, so don't take things out of national parks or anywhere unless you have the right permission or certification. Yeah, I don't mind that we didn't get to see the pine, but this is its environment. I'll definitely put a picture up on it and explain about it. How it just, so some of these plants here are just drooping on the rock. It would love those spots there. Apparently that's where it's found, in those spots there. I thought I saw it up further, so maybe I have already found it. But yeah, I'm just gonna have some tuna and some pasta, and I'm gonna look at some of the books I've got here, just to see what I saw and make sure I know what I'm looking at. Anyway, I'm gonna have a little munchy munch. Rock walls where all the moisture goes down, and I think I found the conifer. I'm not sure. It does look like a conifer. It's have really prickly leaves. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have a look at some other plants along the way and see what we can see. Yeah, that's the falls. And yeah, had a little bit of lunch. Had a relax, had a little bird come up to me. I'll show you that footage. Just, I'm not sure what sort of bird it is, but anyway, see you soon. And I am pooped, and they were quite steep. So, as I said, you need to be somewhat fit to do these. I mean, I don't normally go up steps like this, but wow. Oh, I just need 5 minutes. We're nearly there, almost. Halfway, almost. There are so many fern species along this wall. I can't count them. There's a plant here I'm not familiar with. If I find out what it is, it's got the small little ovate leaves with a red stem. Seems to be pubescent on the leaves as well. But just a lot of ferns. So we got Staphylia triflora. Now, it's just like hanging out here on the rock shelf, but it has these flowers. It's typical Rutaceae flowers, tubular flowers, very compact sort of foliage, spiky foliage, but has these stigmas, but also it's got those the flower, the petals, I don't know if they're petals or not, but they fold back nicely like that, so they present that stigma really well. But it's just a nice plant. And sorry. And we have Drosera down here as well, just off the wet mossy rock, and not sure what it could be, peltata, but it's actually starting to flower here. The flower comes up from the rosette, and I don't know if you see my Instagram, but yesterday I did see some Drosera yesterday, so yeah, that's really interesting. These carnivorous plants just seem to grow on these rock walls, so yeah. And it's actually a member of the Proteaceae family, and well, it has white grevillea-like flowers, so very typical Proteaceae sort of flower, but white, and it's got these serrated margins on there, little tooths on there, but quite a dark green hardy plant. So just another sort of a rainforest plant you'd get up here, or dry sclerophyll plant you get up here. We have Xantheria growing up the top on there. Xantheria major, I think. Yeah. And there's another one there. Very typical, growing in sandy soils, loves drainage. I think has a fungal association, but yeah. Anyway, and you see along these creek lines, there's a Banksia spinulosa over there, flowering its head off, and then we got some Melaleucas down along the creek here. This is actually the top of the waterfall, so a bit of a different look at the plants here. We do have a lot of ferns still up here as well. A lot of blacknums. Oh, so a club moss. Now, club mosses are, so what I've got here is a club moss. So club mosses are like one of those primitive fern plants, but you can see here they're growing along this rock shelf. There's even native sphagnum moss growing here as well. You can just, that's native sphagnum moss. Most of the sphagnum moss you get in nurseries and stuff like that, that's usually from New Zealand or from Canada or somewhere, or Europe, so that's the native species, but that is cool. Very primitive fern. You see all the mosses and everything, just loves this seep. The top of Wentworth Falls, and there's a rock shelf here with just heaps of ferns, king ferns, and you've got something like, I don't know what that is. What is that? Oh, it's a fern. We've just got these caves. watch out, guys. We really need to bring some, it recently rained, so everything's quite wet, so bring some good shoes here. Preferably with grip, that always helps. Wow, so nice. Just so, I mean, in summer, this will be really nice and cool. And you can see the tunia there, that's all hanging on. It's got the root systems hanging on there. Somehow it's survived the floods. Nice. It's called the pine. So it looks actually like a small pine, but actually it's a old lineage of ferns that have been around for thousands upon thousands of years. And actually, these are where they actually release the spores from. So in here is all the micro. It's almost like the pines of the microstrobili, but it's just, in its case, it releases the spores out of there, of just a rock shelf. I'm just touching the wall here, and the ceiling, and it's just like a little cave underneath here. It's crazy. crazy prices all around, but it feels really nice and cool in here. I would have liked to hang out here in the summer. Maybe have a fire here and look out. You've got that water coming down, but just got a lot of species. A little hole there. It's just, it's cool, man. It's cool. I like it. Just went past a big group of people, very nice people, and they said hello, and just a cave here. Haven't seen any. There's some markings there, but I don't think they're Aboriginal art. Wouldn't be surprised if Aboriginal people were using this. But yeah. He is Dracophyllum. Not part of the other species that I thought, but there is one flowering I saw before, but Dracophyllum, yeah, is Rutaceae family. But yeah, sometimes I'm wrong, okay? I'm wrong. I'm not perfect. You can see some up there, growing up there, just like it's not even a bother to them. But Dracophyllum, yeah, still contains a Pacorus family as well, so a Pacaraceae family, or Pacarids. It's a white flower, you know, gets 50 centimeters long, but quite common off these sandstone cliffs, and yeah, just interesting. Look out this world, but anyway, let's go on. Dracophyllum flowers, as you can see, like little tubes, little almost remind me of blueberry flowers. They've got that nice pink colouring on them, and on the nice little white, got stigmas tightly into that that flower. Probably bird pollinated, and maybe bees as well. A bee with some sort of long protruding, maybe by moths too. Who knows? Could be pollinated by that, but yeah. I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully I can get back and we can say our goodbyes. But this has been a really amazing day, and I've really been enjoying it so far. Another common orchid that that's seen a lot. I don't know if you've seen my temperate rainforest video, but this is actually, I'm not sure if it's changed its name. A lot of the dendrobiums, dockrelias, they've actually had a scientific name change, but these guys, fairly common, I suppose. Yeah, they're found like all down the coast, along sort of these rocky areas, sandstone areas, and yeah, you just get these really small leaves, modified leaves, really hardy orchid. You know, doesn't want to lose too much moisture, so it's evolved to have that really simple leaf, not a big leaf where it can actually lose a lot of moisture. But the flower, I think, is either like a creamy white or maybe a white or like maybe yellow, but I'm not sure. But yeah, nice, all good to have. I'm on the way back, and it was really good. I really enjoyed today. We saw a lot of plants growing off the rocks and stuff, but tiger plant didn't get. That's okay. We definitely saw where it actually grows, so that's a good thing. And I'm gonna head back to the car, and I'll see you there. All right, bye. Guys, so I made it back to the car. It's really cold outside, and so I'm gonna head back, get nice and toasty and warm. But before I do that, make sure you like and subscribe, because that helps me out, helps the channel out, and yeah, just makes me just lets me know that you guys, you know, like this channel. You know, you like plants, you like bushwalking, all that sort of stuff, traveling and stuff like that. This is your channel, so thanks guys for supporting me and doing all that. If you like and subscribe. So anyway, I'll see you guys later, and hope you like this video. I'm out to get toasty and warm. See ya. Bye. Bye.